is Mac with Mac's Corner, and showing you a vampire start playthrough. I'm not going to be going through the entire thing step by step. This will be a highly edited and jumping video because I've already, with the dwarves, I'm playing sort of a full let's play, and I've shown the endgame with humans, and I just want to talk through a vampire strategy that has worked very well for me. Started off obviously with your starting town, which was here. No. With after the tutorial was Castle Dragonfort. Quickly took care of the little army. Instead of going straight to Eschen, actually managed to engage their army and took Castle Temploff first, then Eschen, and very rapidly, without too much difficulty, managed to take over all of the vampire realms, which was pretty easy, and I took those by combat. Ever since then, I have done nothing combat related. I mean, I've had my armies, but all I've done is build. Focus my upgrades on my generals with growth, and essentially built up my little mini vampire realm as quickly as possible. And now I am expanding via corruption only. And the cool thing is, unlike in other games where corruption basically causes them to go to war with you, if you look, you don't get penalized for it, which makes sense because part of the vampire corruption into the other lands is convincing them that the pleasures are worth more than the discipline kind of stuff, and it makes sense that that would affect leaders too. I also got the technology upgrade. I focused on one. No, it's not. So this is the technology tree I've been focusing on much all the way. You can see what I've gotten up to, and then I'll start worrying about the combat units. The whole idea here is to be as non-combat as possible in the beginning, and as you can see, even though they don't like me, -8 a turn, they're going to be heading into rebellion soon. Even the dwarves and orcs, or greenies or greenskins, even though we can't conquer them, every time they try and get a hold anywhere close to us, they get a rebellion, and they basically wipe themselves out without us having to go to total war with them. And I imagine that's going to happen up here fairly soon as well, even though we just took up lands here just now sort of getting corrupted. It turned into a ruin, so anywhere I see a ruin, I'm building up vampire realms. So just wanted to show off that start, and as the game plays and major changes happen, I'll update you, but it's a really well working strategy for me so far. Oh, real quick, another thing is I do have agents, and this place actually, even with all my whatevers with their army, they're not really, it looks like their army left, so now it's really bad for them. That they weren't getting negative fast enough, or they were actually, I think, a little bit positive public order, so I just moved in some of my agents, and it's making the vampire corruption go up quite a bit. So that's another technique used as well in addition. But once again, the key strategy is we're not conquering through violence, we're conquering through influence and corruption. So I just want to show you how at this point in the game, the chaos invasion is actually a boon for vampires. Even though they don't necessarily like you, and you got to be careful because you're not friends, as you can tell. In fact, they really don't like me because of I've just been making trees in the rare occasion I can with the humans, and they don't like that. Whatever. That little technology 10 helps a little bit. But as I said, even though they don't like us, they don't start off at war with us. So you can't just pretend you're allies because you're not. But at least on their first push, they definitely focus on the humans and do quite a number on them. Leave a lot of ruined cities in their wake, which if you leave ruin, my understanding is that's how they gain power. So all I did as the vampires was come up and take all the ruined cities, turn them into vampire cities, and once again, that doesn't piss the humans off. So really got quite the little empire going through non-violent means. As I said, the only battles or wars I've fought have been with fellow vampires down here, taking western and eastern Sylvania. That's it. Every other expansion has been through vampire corruption or claiming chaos ruins. And just take my word for it, and then I'll show you the next video. But pretty much all four, like all of these border provinces, are about to fall to rebellion and corruption too. So I mean, we're just eating right away into the empire, because these are big provinces too. Whereas they got a bunch of tiny ones that don't look like a lot. I mean, this looks like a lot of space, but if you look at it, they're not that many actual provinces compared to all the stuff here. So, just showing you, I mean, so far as I played the different factions and stuff, vampires to me appear to be the easiest one to play if you play them. Well, correction, I don't want to say them right. Technically, there's no right or wrong way to play Total War. Play it however the heck you want. But if you play them this way, would be the more appropriate to them. Okay, so as you can see here, we've still... Alright, so as you can see here, we've got about the same amount of land. I will admit we're having a little more trouble than I anticipated having corruption cause rebellion in these provinces, but it is causing enough problem. If we really wanted military, we could, but they're still having a lot of troubles. But the main issue, another reason why we haven't taken them yet, is because we've already had the Warriors of Chaos do their big fight. I don't know, as of right now, I still don't know what prompts it, but the main big bad guy of the game, I suppose, for lack of a better word, has come out. Had a couple turns notice. I'd really hoped to get this castle up a few more levels, was sort of the plan, but that did not happen. Volksgrad, I'm just going to let, even though I built it up, it's going to kind of suck. But I wished I too had gotten the defense up here. My goal was to kind of turn this into a delaying slash, causing some attrition thing. And then hold the line here at Prague. I've got my main army, my second main army, and my kind of second B main army. Third army, but it's about the same. This is the big one, even though it's got the less experienced leader. I'm debating if I want to give them the more experienced leader or keep the more experienced leader with the initial thing. My only concern here really is I've got two armies that are full, but they're all starter units. So I don't know how that's really going to play out.
Then go.
But what I am going to do is, So I've got one guy in the city. I've got one guy in camps. And my plan was to have this more developed, which didn't happen, unfortunately. And to be honest, I don't know how this is going to go, but I anticipate it going well. Worst case, even if they beat me back, even if they annihilate my army, my main guy here who would get in, these two can retreat. This guy who'd be annihilated, okay, well, he comes back. And I've done enough damage, hopefully, where I can come back up and hit him. And the idea is to do as much damage to him so that I can keep this land. And if I can keep him pushed back this time, by the next time they come around, we should be good to go, pushing back whatever they send. And I'll just kind of keep holding the line up here, spreading corruption west, until eventually they do stop coming. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I'll be the first to admit it didn't go quite as well as I thought it would. They were able to take down here, and they've defeated me twice so far. So it didn't go quite as planned. Grant you, I wasn't quite as prepared as I wanted to be. But here's the thing. Apparently, and I didn't figure they would, even Chaos units take attrition in vampire lands. So the further in they go, the weaker they get. And guess what? Every battle, what do I do after every battle? Raise a bunch of undead. So, this mighty army that has kicked my ass twice, I'm not even probably going to bother fighting it. Or, doing a thing. Well, we'll have to wait a turn. We'll see what happens in a turn. This guy comes down, I might be in a little bit of trouble, but even then I think I'll be okay. Yeah, I thought I could get him this turn. It doesn't matter, it's just another turn of attrition anyways, whatever the heck he does. I had some rebellions coming up I couldn't deal with because I was dealing with chaos, but whatever. I'll solve that problem pretty quick after they're done. Okay, so him, wow, against three of us. He's still pretty tough though. But there you go! Doesn't matter because this is the toughest army you fight in the game. And even if it beats you 2, 3, 4 times, as long as you're, basically making him take attrition, who cares? Like I thought. Okay, we took defeat here. And even if I lose my main guy, he's just gone a couple of turns. Raise more undead. I've got armies building in the rear right now. It's like, It's not a bad thing. I love the tactical battles in Total War. Don't misunderstand me. They're a lot of fun. I love them. They're great. But the game is won at the strategic level. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's not going well. I could be doing better. Don't get me wrong. But look. As I said, this is the strongest army in the game. And I don't need to keep him from taking a town. I just need to keep him from taking all towns. And he's about dead. So let's raid some more. Let's raise some more undead. Look, oh, and see, we've been taking on this guy too. Now watch this. Okay, and okay, yay, he took a town. Guess what? Guess what I did to take that town? Practically nothing. It's trading space for time. The Germans should have done on the Eastern Front. Hitler wouldn't let him. After Operation Barbarossa and Stalingrad failed. Yeah, you know, this is totally off topic, but Rommel had probably what was the best plan, which is to basically just create line after line after line of defensive lines with hidden anti-tank guns. And all they do is what they were, you know, his plan was essentially, you know, blow up some tanks, do some damage, and then withdraw. Because the defense is great when it's a surprise, but once the attacker knows where all the defenses are, it's kind of easy to take them out. But good old Adolf decided, no, we're not gonna move because he thought, because he was a corporal, that he knew strategy. Anyways, I digress. Let's get her done.
I will alone.
Only one? It's actually a little disappointing. I would have got one. Disappointed with
The truth on Garstar.
Not gonna lie, I was anticipating being able
This better be important.
to do a bit more than
Follow
that in
me.
terms of raising them. Right there. Better.
To
So
the
even though he's
shadows.
in a force march. Whoa.
I grow
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little
impatient.
confused why we can't raise more. You're supposed to raise them after big battles. It's like you can't raise Chaos Warriors? I don't know.
Move.
But we'll keep our armies grouped up. I apologize, this little
Move.
piece of the video is taking much longer than I actually thought it would. But I still believe it will prove the point I'm trying to, which is no matter how bad things get, and to be fair, they're pretty bad. As the vampires, this is all too easy. And I could have played this so much smarter. See, finally, it took a while. I could have played this way smarter than I did. I've been rushing it up, it's just kind of like clicking buttons. Not a lot of thought has gone into this. Let's replenish our forces. Now we just gotta chase the little MFO down. Hey, look, what has he gotten? How many has he actually taken? All told. It's like 4. Actually, it's a good chunk of our land, but let me show you our income and money. Adios, sayonara. Kill him. Kill him! Kill the ball! Chaos Horde has receded. Great. Okay, so there you go. Chaos Horde receded. Got 54,000 dark energy. I'm making 12,000 a turn. Grant you, when I build my armies back up, it won't be quite that much. Alright, and I got some rebellions to quell. But, okay. They did some damage, but that was the main chaos push for the game. So I'll check in next push after we build up, and we'll build up again pretty quick. And still playing nice with the humans as I corrupt their lands. So there we go. It admittedly took a little bit more back and forth than I had originally desired, but here we go. Chaos is defeated. The vampires held the line. Pretty much on our own, which is the cool part. We could have let them kind of go and do the empire for themselves, but there is a benefit to this. So, you know, we're gonna have to go reclaim some of this that Chaos took. It was a bit of back and forth, but we're fine. But we worked out a trade treaty with them. Well, now it's deteriorating. But let's see.
I will hear what you have to say.
We'll have to work on that. But we essentially we're on good terms with the humans. So while we're on good terms with them, we've been corrupting their lands. And that's the general strategy. I'll probably come deal with just these scaldings right here. I'm not going to try and do like I did last time, which was take them all out. Just the ones that are annoying the FUCK out of me. So, we'll move on, and this was basically phase 2 of the strategy, the big picture strategy. Phase 2 complete. Phase 3 is victory.